Hello people of YouTube and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Where we last left off, we had just gotten killed trying to help Sigurd kill the fiery demon monster down below. In this video, we will once again attempt to help Sigurd fight this beast. Hopefully this time not getting ourselves killed like a moron like I did.
You should have waited. Well,
So my souls should be over here.
Now. I, Sigurd of the Knights of Katarina, fight by your side.
I wish it was possible to lure him off the cliff. Fighting this demon in early game can be a little tough, which is partially why it's a good thing that they give you Sigurd. Sigurd, like I said, I believe cannot die. And we killed it! Woohoo! It's dead, and we get a fire gem out of it. Nice.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over your head. We unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make. To your valor, my sword, and our victory together. Long may the sun shine. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
And that's how you get two different emotes, as well as continuing his storyline. Now we will see him again later on. It won't be for a while though, but we will see him. And we do have some items up here we can grab. If I can make the jump. This part's easier to do with a bow, but I don't feel like getting the crossbow out to shoot them down. So it is possible to jump. Never mind, I'm just gonna get the crossbow out. But it is possible to jump up there and then knock them down with a melee weapon if you don't have a crossbow or anything like that. With this, we'll get the Northerner set, and off of this body here, provided we don't hit the invisible wood, we will get a Pale Tongue. Pale Tongues are actually relatively useful items in the game, and we're going to go ahead and pull out our scythe again. And we get a large club. Now we don't have the stats to wield this just yet, but sometime in the future we could potentially use this weapon, once we get enough strength anyway. So, but I kind of want to run around with the scythe, maybe the partisan, but we'll see how everything goes. And now there are still some more unique items to be found here. So our exploration of this area continues. I wonder, is it possible to reach the thing? There we go. Yeah. This is meant to be a trap, as these things are not going to jump down until after you grab the item. And the alluring skulls are useful for something that's about to come up. So I'm going to go ahead and equip those. Now we will head across here and... Wow, this thing does a lot less damage than I thought it would. There we go. Knock them off. And we do have some dogs to kill. Now, there is yet another trap here with this chest. But I don't believe that anything what's in the chest is important, but we do have 2 evangelists up here. Now, if you want to deal with these guys really easily, Alluring Skull, trigger them, and they'll be drawn to it, at which point you run past them. This will allow you to get up top a lot quicker and a lot easier, instead of having to fight the 2 of them. Up here you will find Flynn's ring. It's an okay ring. I'll show you what it does in a moment. We'll jump down these 2 parts here. Around this corner, we will find 2 more Homeward Bones. I believe that's all that's here on this level. We will go ahead and use an Ember real quick, so I know I have some. Get just that little health boost, as we need to try and make a jump. And I actually jumped this time, so we actually made it. Cool. Down here, we will find the mirror set of armor and the Chloranthy ring, one of my favorite rings of all time in the Souls series. I believe that's everything to be found here. Now, what these rings do, the Chloranthy ring increases your stamina recovery, so your stamina will reload faster. And it's relatively noticeable how much faster it goes up. It is a very useful ring that pretty much any build can really use. The other ring we got was the Flynn's ring. This ring, if we take a look at our... I guess we don't have low enough weight. Basically, this ring, the lower your weight is, meaning your equipment load up there for your weapons and everything, meaning if I was wearing extremely light armor, like, let's just remove all my character's armor for now, and we go to equip the Flynn's ring, our attack power will jump up a little bit from simply wearing this ring. So if you're someone who will run around with light armor or no armor at all and you're doing a melee character, it's not a bad way to go. Now we did, however, get some new armor. This armor is one of my favorite sets, the Mirror set. Now, like I said before, I kind of want to try some new stuff out, so I don't entirely plan to use the Mirror set. At least not forever. But at this point in time, the Mirror set is a really light armor set that can give us some pretty decent armor without making us go super over encumbered. So our main chest piece will be the Mirror one for a while, and this is what we'll be running around in for a while. Oop. So I'm also going to go ahead and Homeward Bone back to Bonfire, as we can now level up a couple more times to get more stats and do more damage and everything. Or take more damage. Or take less damage is what I meant to say. But so, yeah.
Well, very well then taken.
So, we'll raise our strength up. And then I kind of want to increase our vigor to get more health.
Farewell, Ashen Maid of...
Now, if we talk to her, we can give her the ash we picked up in the last
have a-
episode. So forgot to give it to her. Yeah, so unlock a few more items and stuff we can buy from her. One of the things being the grave key. We can also sell her our souls that we've picked up. And with this, I'm going to purchase 10 fire
Ashen.
pine bundles. These pine bundles are exceedingly useful in this game if you do not use an elemental upgrade on your weapon. Now, I do feel like the scythe may not have a high enough attack power to really be too effective at this point. Maybe when our stats get higher, but at this point, I think I want to go... Let's go with the partisan. I'm not someone who usually uses spears, so this will add on to some more stuff. but we will be heading our way back to the dilapidated bridge bonfire. The grave key, even though it says it's a grave key, allows us to open a door leading down it's a door down in the sewers that leads us elsewhere. In all honesty, since we are going down into the sewers, let's see, can we wield you? We can wield you with 2 hands now. So, okay. Let's see how much damage this thing will do. We don't really have the stamina to wield this. But I will go ahead and equip the reinforced club, as the enemies we're about to fight beyond this door are going to be relatively weak to strike weapons. Such things as the blunt weaponry of this club. Now, down here we will find a piece of armor, the loincloth, and we will find the Shrine of Velka. Here is a place where you can remove your sins and remove a curse that you can choose to get in the game. Now, up here we will actually find ourselves the red hilted halberd. First halberd you'll be able to find in the game. Well, depending on if the partisans consider it halberd or not. But down here there are a lot, and I do mean a lot, of skeletons to fight. Skeletons, as they are just bones, are actually weak to blunt weaponry, such as a club. Ow. Now you can go ahead and sit here and use your pyromancies, or magics or whatnot, but the club will still do more damage overall. Soul of an unknown traveler. It's also seemingly random when this guy is going to be down in the sewers. I've never quite understood what triggers this guy here to be down here. I assume what ends up happening is he falls back here, as the bridge earlier that we ran across to go to the tower is up above us. My only assumption is that maybe he falls off and then continues walking, and he walks in there. Now this freaking crystal lizard would sit still. I don't want to go this far, but that's why I didn't want to go this far. I will burn you. Die. Thank you. That's him out of the way. It's cool. Might actually be able to finish dealing with this area soon. Now we're done with dealing with the people. Huh, the halberd. Halberd could be an interesting weapon. The thing is, the one thing I don't like about the halberd is its speed. No, see, that's a spear. That's a halberd. Okay. Is that I don't like the weapon. Most of the halberds are relatively slow weapons. Now, in this area, you will be bombarded by a large number of rats. Like an absurdly large number of the things. One of the cool things about the partisan, though, is it does both thrust, and slash. Now we'll pick up the Saint's Talisman and we'll climb the stairs, or the ladder now. There were a couple more rats, but nothing necessary. Now that talisman belongs to this lady up here.
Someone there. Oh, that's
She's not super important in my opinion, so I'm just gonna kind of spam through it. But basically, this is our miracle merchant. She is a lady who came here seeking to become a firekeeper, but failed. She is also completely blind. She came here because she felt like she was a failure and was gonna stay hidden. This guy is her bodyguard. His name is Egan. And even though he dislikes her, he is sworn to protect her no matter what. Now, she has her own side quest, which nothing much really happens with. It just basically determines whether or not you fight Egon. And considering I'm not going to use much miracles, if any, with this character, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I'm not going to be worried too much about her side quest, but she will be the one that we can buy most of our miracles from. Now in this room, we see a lovely little frozen knight. We are going to avoid him if at all possible, as I am unsure if we can kill him at this point. And it's not a matter of I don't remember if he can be killed or not, it's a matter of I don't know if we're strong enough to kill him. There's a good chance he could wipe us out in just a couple minutes. But that's where using the enemy's AI can be helpful. For example, under most circumstances, this Ice Knight will not go out this door. I have seen him come out the door a couple times, but every time his AI would force him back into this room. Okay, so we cheated him out. It's useful that way. So, we've killed him, gotten his sword, and now we can move on back to Violent Shrine, as we are now at the Road to Sacrifice, our next main area of the game. Now, we have about 2 minutes left in this video, and I'm not sure what to do next. I don't believe in 2 minutes I'll be able to make it to the next part of the game. Or I don't think I'll be able to make it far in this upcoming part of the game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and level up.
Farewell, Ash Maid of...
And I guess we can end the video here, since I don't think there's much more I can get done. I'm actually enjoying using this partisan. I don't know if this will be the weapon we'll stick with, but it could be one to use for a while. So, I hope you all have enjoyed the video, and if you have, great. And I hope to see you all in the next video. So long.